Alright, hey guys, I'm back to do my other part of the video that I told you I was going to talk about. The first one is already up there. I think it's called like a quick update or something along those lines. Watch for details, blah, blah, blah. So right now I'm filming in our bedroom. The nursery is kind of cornered to our bedroom, so because that was my makeup like storage room kind of, and so I wanted the baby's room to obviously be all about the nursery and the baby, and so I just took my makeup table and my makeup card that I had in there and I just put it in our room. It actually turned out really well. So if you guys want to see like a nursery tour or what I have so far, you guys can comment down below saying that you want to see that or like the video or whatever y'all want to do. It's pretty much all together. I'm just wanting to get still a rocker or glider or whatever you want. I think it's a rocker with like the little ottoman or whatever you call it. So I'm still waiting on that. But for the most part, we have the crib, we have the changing table, we have a dresser, we have a bunch of clothes already in our, our baby shower is April 13th, so coming pretty soon, and so I'm excited to see like how that goes and just super excited. But I wanted to go ahead and make this video because, like I said in the other video, I hadn't made an updated baby update ever since I told you guys that we were expecting. So I found out that I was pregnant October 25th or 26th or one of those days. It was like at 6 o'clock in the evening, and I don't know, like, I guess like we were actually trying this time, and so like I was tracking like my ovulation days. Of course I was still tracking my period, but what I was mainly tracking and like focusing on was my ovulation days. So I'm pretty sure we conceived on the 13th of October is what I think, because I took ovulation tests as well, and so as soon as that test came up blazing positive for ovulation, that's whenever we would do the deed. And so I did all that stuff, and so yeah, so the 13th from the 25th to 26th is about 2 weeks, and that's how long it takes to be able to tell if you're pregnant or not. And so I don't really know what made me take a test. I had just tested that Monday prior the same week, and it was negative, of course, and so I was like, okay, whatever, maybe not this month, maybe next time or whatever. And so I took in the evening because I had to pee really bad, and we went to Walmart, went to dinner, and then by the time we came home I had to pee really bad. And so I just had those like little cheapy tests from Amazon, and that's the test that I found out on. And so I took one of those, and I had a pee super bad, like I already said, and so I peed on it. I looked at it, I made sure that it was, the dye was going across and everything, which it was. And so I sat there for just a few minutes before I got up to go wash my hands, and I thought I seen like a shadow of something, and I was like, oh my gosh, this isn't right, like I need to go wash my hands. And so I get up to go wash my hands, and the whole time I'm thinking I have to check out right now. I didn't even wait the full time, and so I totally forget about washing my hands. And so I go look, and there is a second line. Of course it's faint, but I didn't have to squint or like focus on it to make myself see a line. It was right there, and I about passed out in the bathroom because I was not expecting it, because I just had a negative test. There was some things that kind of made me think I might be pregnant, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm totally pregnant. It was just like, oh, maybe. So that was super weird, but it was an awesome feeling. And I remember I wanted to have this cute little cutesy way to tell my husband Josh, and he was in actually the other bathroom doing his business, and he didn't know I was taking a test. I grabbed one, I took it, and I had my moment in the bathroom, and I started crying, and I was shaking, and I was like, I was hyperventilating, I couldn't breathe, and I wish I could have filmed my raw emotions, but at the time I wasn't even thinking of filming because I thought legitimately it was going to be a negative test, so I didn't even think of pulling out the camera. And so I go to show him. He's actually trying to wipe as I'm trying to show him this test, and I just take it in there and I just show it to him. And at first he doesn't know what's going on because it's just like that, like he doesn't really comprehend. And so he gets up, he washes his hands, and I'm like shaking still, and I just want to hug. And he doesn't really think so because it's faint, but I was like, look, there's a line. And so actually, no, he was like thinking about it, but he still wasn't quite sure because the line was faint. And so that night, I remember he was going to pick up a game he had pre-ordered at GameStop, and so that was 3 hours away before we had to go pick it up, because you pick them up at 9 usually. And so it was 6 o'clock whenever I took this test, and so I had to wait 3 hours. He told me to go to Dollar General and just get some, but I didn't want to go by myself. I wanted him to go with me, so I waited. And so we finally went to Walmart after picking up the game, and we went and got the test. I came home, pee on it again, and I think we got first response, and then we got those little like 98, 99 cent, 88 cent tests, like the purple and white ones. We got some of those, and it was very clear that there is a line, and so we were super excited. And so that's how we found out. It wasn't anything like extravagant. It was just very like by surprise and shock because we were really not expecting it. So anyways, fast forward from that, first trimester was really rough for me. It was very rough, and that's part of the reason why I thought that we were having a girl, because I was so sick. I couldn't keep anything down. I actually went to the ER one time because I needed fluids because I couldn't keep anything down at all. I couldn't keep medicine. I couldn't keep fluids. I couldn't keep anything to eat down. It would just come right back up as soon as I ate. And it was like I had the flu, because you would eat and then like you would kind of like try and lay as still as possible, and then like 5-10 minutes or 15 or whatever so minutes later you would get this urge to throw up, and that's what it was like for me. So I was sick up until 14 weeks is when I finally started feeling better. So right when my second trimester hit is when I started actually feeling better and getting some energy back. So yeah, and my face broke out really bad. My face is a lot better since the first trimester. The first trimester was so bad. It was like under the skin acne, like back just like it was in high school. And so now it's finally calming down. I still have breakouts, but it's nothing like it was whenever I first found out. And so it was crazy. So that's second trimester came around and I got some energy back. I don't have notes. I didn't write notes. I just wanted to film. I was so excited. So I'm just trying to like think about everything that I want to talk about. And I'm out of breath. So I got some energy back. Because I was so exhausted. I would come home from work around 2:30 and I would sleep until supper time, and I would sleep nonstop. I was so tired. I would try and do some housework. I would get so tired. I'd have to go take a nap or sleep or just whatever. And so it was pretty rough. First trimester is rough on me. Second trimester is going very well. So yeah, 14 weeks is when I started feeling better. And then fast forward, I think I started feeling baby move around 16-ish weeks, I want to say. And it started out to be just like a little bubble or like something popping or something along like I know what people say, it sounds weird, but it kind of feels like a butterfly flutter. Like I know you've probably never felt a flutter of a butterfly, but it just kind of, it's like just quick, and it's just like something popping or something like that, or a gas bubble. So sometimes I couldn't tell, but you kind of learn to know like what's a gas bubble and what's not. My belly button is popping way out right now. So then as I got further along, it turned into like tapping, and like it was a lot stronger than just like the little flutter or something. And then one time I was sitting in the car and I felt that move, and I put my hand there, and I didn't push hard, I just kind of pushed in a little bit, and it, I guess, kicked back. And so that was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually doing this. And so whenever you feel your baby move for the very first time, it's so crazy, especially thinking that I couldn't get pregnant in the first place. And so I'm really, really thankful. I wanted to make these videos because maybe there's another person out there who don't think they can get pregnant. Maybe they have an autoimmune disease and they're not sure. You know, I don't really know exactly what to say besides just because my eating habits aren't the best. I take my medicine whenever, back then, before we even got pregnant, I took it whenever I remembered, so I'd be like a couple weeks late or something like that. So I honestly don't know how it worked out. Beforehand, I wasn't having like any bad symptoms. I think I just have a mild case, and so, you know, whenever I was taking my Humira, you can go into remission. And so I honestly don't know how it happened, but it did. And so I'm so very thankful, because I wanted to be a mom for as long as I can remember. And so I wanted to make these videos to let people know it is possible and you can still get pregnant, because let's wash her, because I did, and it's the best thing ever. And yes, I still get worried. I'm worried that I'm gonna flare up and something's gonna happen with the baby, or as farther along I get, the more worried I get. I know it sounds really weird, but I don't know, because you don't know what's gonna happen at birth, and so it kind of like freaks me out. But every day I feel movement and I know that everything's okay, and it just eases my mind so much. So anyways, that got off track, but I just wanted to say that. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what happened next. Second trimester, I got my eating habits back. My appetite back, I should say. I was hungry all of the time. I wanted to eat everything that I thought of. I wanted to eat it. I haven't really had any pregnancy cravings, besides, I would say, chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Now, let me tell you, I know it's not the best, but also let me say, I used to hate McDonald's chicken nuggets because Wendy's chicken nuggets are just way better, in my opinion. And so, it has to be with ranch. It has to be with their ranch cup that I will eat their nuggets. And to me, it's just the best thing in the world. Probably because whenever I was feeling so sick, their fries and stuff would make me feel a lot better. So, I don't know. Like, I used to never eat their nuggets because it just wasn't really real to me. And now they just taste, like, I could eat them probably every day and they just taste so amazing. Like, right now, talking about it sounds really good. And so, last time I weighed 125. When I first started out, I weighed 109, so I think it's like 15 or 16 so pounds. I don't know, I just guessing. My first trimester, I stayed around the same weight for a while because I was so sick and I couldn't keep anything down. And so right now, my weight right now is the most I've ever weighed. It was lucky whenever I was growing up and a kid if I could get even to 100 pounds. And so that tells you I'm just a small person. I've always been a petite, small person. I never gained weight. I could eat whatever and just not gain weight. Like, I would stay the same amount all the time. And so that right now where I'm at is the most I've ever weighed. And so, which I don't complain about. I know this sounds super weird, but I'm just so lucky and so blessed that I am able to get pregnant, and hopefully I can in the future if God wants me to. If I can get pregnant again, be so amazing. But since I'm just so thankful, like, I want to see that line on my stomach. I want to see a few stretch marks, and I love seeing myself gain weight because I know that baby's growing and I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So if I get stretch marks, I really don't care. I still put oil on my stomach and like on my butt cheeks and stuff, but it's hereditary. So if whatever your mom had, then that's most likely what you will get. And so far I don't have any stretch marks. Like, I might have some cellulite on my butt cheeks, but that's it. Like, I don't really care about that. And I would actually love to see stretch marks on myself because it's like, I did this and I'm so happy about it. But if I don't, that's fine. If I do, I really don't care. I still like to apply oil on my skin because my skin has been so itchy on my stomach because it's stretching, and so it's been really itchy and just uncomfortable. And I've been using the Palmer's moisturizing body oil, and that's what I've been using. It has like a little light scent of cocoa, and so I apply that after my bath or shower or whatever I do. I apply that. I just do all over my belly and on my sides and on my butt cheeks is where I apply it, and a little bit on my thighs. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. It keeps my stomach very smooth. It doesn't feel oily or sticky or anything like that. It really sucks into my skin because my skin is so dry. That's also another thing. My skin's been very dry while being pregnant. So that's that. Right now I am 27 weeks and 4 days today. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So my weeks change every Sunday. So Sunday I will be 28 weeks, which is so crazy. Like, I just can't comprehend that I'm growing a baby. Like, sometimes I still forget that I'm pregnant, and like I'll feel a kick or something, and it's like, okay, I'm still pregnant. We are having a boy. He's doing very well. I have a picture here. I think I mentioned in the first my video that I did earlier today, I mentioned that we got a 3D ultrasound of him, and this literally makes me smile so bad because I've always imagined if I had a little boy I've always wanted my little baby to have chubby cheeks and like a big, like, wide flat nose and like big lips, and it's exactly what he has, and it just like tears me up a little bit. So this is what, it's probably bad. That's what he looks like. I'm trying to get this to where the light's not glaring on him, but that's what he looks like. And we got a CD full of pictures and a DVD of the full ultrasound, and we got to watch him yawn in this ultrasound, and the other one we got to watch him swallow. So it was super cool, but that's what he looks like. His name is Griffin, and I'm so excited. He definitely has his dad's lips and nose. I don't know what. And I want to have another one of these done when I'm like further along, like 30-some weeks or something, because that way you can really tell. And that's what I've always really wanted. But this one is so cute. And we got this. My mom actually got this for me at Target. It was their last one they had whenever I was there. And it says Love at First Sight. And so I absolutely love it. I've been looking for one of these at Walmart because they used to have them there at Walmart. And then, like, that aisle just kind of like disappeared. And so I ended up just getting a plain white picture frame, but it didn't fit. It's because it wasn't made for that, but that's made for it. And so I absolutely love it. So I guess kind of like right now, like pregnancy wise, I'm almost in my 3rd trimester. I think 28 weeks is whenever it starts, I believe. So this is my last week of my 2nd trimester, and I can't believe it. It's just, I remember whenever I first found out, because I found out whenever I was 4 weeks and like 3 or 4 days is whenever I found out that I was pregnant, and it drug by so slow. And now it's like the weeks fly by, and before you know it, I'm like another week ahead, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So a little update right now. I've been having, I wouldn't say really bad back and hip pain, but I've been having bad back and hip pain. It just feels like sometimes it hurts to go to bed, it hurts to walk, because it's like right above my coccyx. It's like right in that area right there, and it just feels like my hips are just like, they just ache, and it just, they just ache. It's like a dull, achy pain, and it's just like, it's stretching, and it just hurts. And the other day I was having like pain like right in here, like up in this area, and I don't know if it was like the way he was like laying, or it was just like stretching pains or whatever, but it was like, it felt like a dull period cramp is what it felt like, and then it went away. So that's that. I still pee a lot. It kind of never like, every time I drink something I have to pee. I can drink a little sip and I'll have to pee like 5 minutes later. I think I've been able to feel him hiccup. If what I've researched, it's like a repetitive, like rhythmic, like tap, and that's exactly what it feels like. And it only lasts for a moment. And so I think I've been feeling him hiccuping, and it's really weird, but like so cool. And so last night, I think my husband actually got to feel him hiccup. I was on my left side, because that's how I usually sleep. I was on my left side, and he was like on his left side, and so he had his arm around my belly, and it was like kind of not really down low, but it was, let me see if I can show you. Probably not. It was like, maybe it was down here, and so he had his hand right here or something like that, and he felt like this repetitive little movement, and he was like, is that him or you? And I was like, that's him. And I kind of like, I laid there, I was really quiet, I like just kind of like felt it, and I was like, I think he's hiccuping. And my husband was like, he can hiccup inside? I was like, yeah. I was like, he's swallowing like his fluid and stuff, so yeah, he can hiccup. Or like if I eat something, you know, spicy or whatever, he can hiccup. And so he didn't know that. And so it was super cool that he got to experience that. And it was just super cool. So I think I've experienced him hiccuping, and that wasn't the first time. It's been other times as well too. So that wasn't the first time that I felt that. So it's been super cool. I'm so very, very thankful. I cannot wait to have him here, to snuggle him and hold him and just kiss his little face. And so another thing that's really cool is that last night, he was very active last night whenever we were trying to go to bed. Sometimes I can feel him like the most like prominent like movement is if like I'm on my side but like I'm laying on my back. Doesn't make any sense. That's when I can feel him like very prominent movement. If that makes any sense. I'll put my hand on my belly and like I'll have my hand flat on my stomach, and I'll just feel like rolls. It like rolls all the way across my hand, and it's like, is that an elbow, is that a knee, or what is that? And it's just really weird. And then today, actually, this morning, it was like really hard like over here, and so I think it might have been his head or his butt. I don't really know, because I can't tell like which is which yet, so maybe I can hopefully tell later. So that's really cool. I haven't had like any like rib kicking yet. I've heard that's like later, like the 30-some weeks, but I'm terrified. I don't want that. But like you have to like try and get him to move and stuff. So I think that's all I really wanted to talk about. I know it's probably all over the place. I hope it made some sense. I just wanted to give you guys like a little update of where I am right now, how I've been feeling. I'm feeling pretty good. Sometimes I do also get leg cramps that last for a moment, and my leg just kind of tenses up, and then that's that. My hands have been kind of swollen. That's why I have on my silicone rings, because I can just feel my hands get really tight. This one still is fine, but my wedding rings were kind of getting tight, and so I could just feel them really tight and everything. So I just put this one back on. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. My ankles haven't swollen. the doctor checked those and said they were fine because they feel them. And then on April 10th, I go for my glucose test. And I'm kind of nervous about it because it's my first time, obviously, and I just want to pass and get it over with and call it good. And also, I gotta go with myself that day because my husband has to work, so I'm there by myself like an hour. Oh my gosh. I just want to pass and get over it so bad. Like, I just want to like chug it down and just be done. So I think that's all I want to talk about, guys. I really hope you guys get something, or maybe you learn something. I don't know. I just want to make this video because it means a lot to me, and I want to maybe possibly help someone else who maybe has an autoimmune disease. So it means a lot, and I cannot wait to update you guys and for you all to meet him. And because I still want to show you his nursery, and I want to do like a baby shower haul, or what I got for my baby shower, whatever you want to call it. I want to do that video still whenever it comes, and I'm just so excited. So if you guys are excited for baby videos, let me know. That way, I mean, I'll probably upload them anyways, but I still want you guys to watch them. He's moving right now, actually. So I'm going to show you guys my belly sitting down so you guys can see like what it looks like, and then I'll show you standing up. So I'm going to see if I can get this tripod to go down far enough and then show you guys what my belly looks like sitting down. It's kind of strange. So here's my belly sitting down, and like I have like these like, because I'm just like all baby, I guess, so I just have like these like little indentions right here, and my belly button is kind of poking out right now. It cracks me up. I have a weird belly button, so I think I'm starting to try, I don't know, I think I'm starting to get a line right here. Sometimes I can see it, other times I can't, the light shining on it, but it looks like there's, I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes, but sometimes I feel like there's like a dark line running up through here. Maybe you guys can see, I don't know, but sometimes I feel like I can see one, but if there is, it's very, very faint. So this is my belly at 27 weeks and 4 days pregnant. He's moving right over here right now, actually. I don't know if you're gonna see that or not, but he just kicked. He's like stretching somehow because it felt really weird. I can also feel like whenever he's like stretching, it doesn't, like some of his movements are getting to where they hurt. Not all movement of his are hurting, but some movements that he does in there just kind of hurt me. Not bad, just like, oh, like sometimes it just kind of like doubles me over sometimes. And then I can also feel like what I think is him stretching, because it's like it will like push out and then it will just like stop, and I think it's just like him stretching. So yeah, I think you guys might be able to see him kicking because he was kicking there for a second, but I don't know if the camera caught it or not, but it'd be super cool if it did. Baby caught kicking on camera. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I look like standing up, and then I'm gonna call this video done. Let's do it. Hopefully you guys can still see me. Okay. Here it is. I still got my work pants on, but that's okay. Starting to get a little bit more rounder. I think he still sets pretty low some days. But there's my belly button. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but some days it pokes out, other days it don't. I don't know. That's just kind of weird. So, yes, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun showing you guys what's going on and talk to you guys about it. And I know it's a long video. I'm really sorry, but I just wanted to get it out there since I haven't really talked to you guys a lot, so I just kind of want to update you guys on. And I'm so excited, and I cannot wait for you guys to see my videos and to watch me grow and just finish this pregnancy. There's like 12 weeks and so many days left. I can't believe it. So I will talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.